In view of time constraints, we will proceed straight away to formal communication by the Speaker. Honorable members, yesterday I had the honor of receiving the leadership of the Queen Mothers Association in the country. They were led by the president of the association, the Queen Mother of the Afenyo traditional area. As a result of that, I did not observe the early part of the proceedings of the appointment committee. This morning, my attention was drawn to a few things. And I've come to deliver an apology on behalf of the Parliament of the Republic of Ghana to their lordships and ladyships, and the members of the judiciary who were present during the proceedings of the Appointments Committee held for the vetting of the nominee for the office of Chief Justice. Honorable members, this, as I mentioned, was brought to my attention, and they referred to certain comments and conduct of some honorable members during the said proceedings, which may have appeared discourteous or disrespectful to the distinguished members of the judiciary in attendance. Such conduct, though not representative of the collective will of Parliament, is regrettable and inconsistent with the decorum expected of members under the standing orders of the Parliament of Ghana. Honorable members, the standing orders enjoins members to maintain order and decorum in the House and in committee, and to refrain from the use of offensive, insulting, or unbecoming language. In particular, Order 123, Rule 3, cautions members against imputing improper motives or using words that are disrespectful or likely to cause offense. The standing orders serve as a reminder that our proceedings must always reflect the dignity and integrity of Parliament as a key organ of state. As Speaker, I wish to reaffirm Parliament's unwavering respect for the judiciary as a co-equal arm of government under Article 125, Clause 1 of the 1992 Constitution, which vest the judiciary power of Ghana in the judiciary. And the judiciary is independent of control or direction from any person or authority. The doctrine of separation of powers requires that all three arms of government, the executive, legislature, and judiciary, relate to one another with mutual respect and restraint. Consequently, I have directed the leadership of the Appointments Committee to take note of this incident and to ensure that in all future proceedings, the highest standards of civility, objectivity, and institutional respect are maintained. Honorable members, Parliament cherishes the long-standing spirit of cooperation and mutual regard between our institutions. We must remain committed to strengthening that relationship in the collective service of the people of Ghana and the protection of our constitutional democracy. Honorable members, once again, on your behalf, I extend our deepest apologies and assurances of Parliament's continued respect for the judiciary and its esteemed members. I want to assure all of you that I'll come back on this issue of decency, discipline, and decorum. And this time, I'm coming with the hammer, not the gavel. I thank you for your attention.
Some opaque circumstances unacceptable to the jurisprudence of our country.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Minority Leader, you know the rudiment of the game. If you don't want interruptions, let's go by the rules. Other than that, the chairman will be compelled to listen to the person and make ruling.
This one is friendly. Opaque. It's friendly.
Yes, Majority Leader.
Mr. Chairman, please. Mr. Chairman, if the minority, led by the minority leader, were to walk out here and invite all the journalists, they could describe the work of the committee in any language. In any language. Nobody. Freedom of speech. But before this Committee of Parliament, the rules are clear. What you can raise and what you cannot raise. And how you can raise it. I'll be surprised if after all these years in this Parliament, you don't understand those rules. I'll be surprised. Yes, I intend to be offensive because he has told me that I am here to deliberately obstruct the minority. What did he say about that? To describe my conduct here as deliberately obstructing the minority when I'm trying to keep him to the rules. When you say the conduct of a judge, we're not talking about the personal conduct, who he slept with and who he didn't sleep with. We're talking about his work, how he conducted his work. You are saying that the committee conducted its work in an opaque manner. That's what you are saying. In darkness, that's what you are saying. And that the outcome of their work is a travesty. Are not in court challenging the conduct of the committee. You are not. You as a person, you are not in court challenging the conduct of the committee. You know the rules in the Constitution regarding the work of the proceedings. You haven't shown at any stage that the rules in the Constitution governing the work of the committee have been breached in any way. How can you come and sit here and describe the work as opaque, travesty of justice, and improper removal, and etc., and expect me to sit here and allow you to do that. You are clearly violating the rules. And when I try to guide you how to go about your work, then you say that I'm trying to obstruct you.
Honourable Majority Leader, you've made your point. And again, if I'm called upon to do a ruling, the rules are clear that we should refrain from the use of offensive language. We are here for the purposes of vetting. A situation where the process will be used to describe the work of a committee to be opaque, meaning it was done in darkness, is offensive. Therefore, I would order that same be expunged from the record as if it doesn't exist. Honourable Minority Leader, proceed.
Chairman, with respect. Chairman, with respect, he raised the objection. You didn't give me the opportunity to respond. And you're saying that you have ruled. I mean, what is the fairness in this? He just raised the objection. He didn't refer to any rule this time. This time, he didn't refer to any rule. And then he says that we should go and do press conference.
Honourable Minority Leader, kindly proceed.
It is our contention that the process leading to the removal of Her Ladyship Justice Araba Isaba Tokonu was unfair, it lacked due process, it did not adhere to any constitutional procedure.
Chairman,
And
Chairman,
we
I
continue.
I hope, Chairman,
To say
that persistently
any Ghanaian suffer second
violating
justice.
the rules of this House is a breach of privilege. You know that. Persistently
if that is
violating the rules of this House.
Chairman, we
Honourable
Chairman,
Minority Leader.
He's made a point. Let me make a point with respect to you.
Honourable
Chairman,
Minority
let
Leader,
me
if you
make a
can
point.
hear me out,
Yes,
maybe the point that you want to make, you may realize that it is not necessary. Honourable members, let's have it in mind that we are not sitting here as a committee over any decision made by another committee or a court of competent jurisdiction. So bringing same or making same as a subject matter of discussion, with all due respect, this is not fair to members of those committees and those who presided over those cases. So if we are playing by the fair principles, please let's refrain from all those things and be guided by our rules in raising our issues. So is it fair that a committee that is not before us, their rulings are brought here and described in a manner unwarranted by our rules? So with all due respect, this will clearly be in breach of natural justice. We don't have the opportunity of the people being heard. So why are we commenting on them? So please, let's proceed. You can. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Permit me to enter this discussion. I think that, Mr. Chair, you have to look at this, the context within which the minority leader is making this speech. You have to recognize that there is a background to the nomination of the nominee. And it will look very odd that we can have this conversation, the vetting of the nominee, without reference. It appears that there is a... So, Mr. Speaker, what is wrong? We've spent almost 1 hour going back and forth on this simple matter. And I think that it is important that the minority is given his opportunity to speak. then the majority leader can set the record straight if he thinks that he has said something that is. So I think that we should allow the discussion to flow. Mr. Speaker, it's been 1 hour.
Order.
We are still going back and forth.
Honorable Tampuli.
Let's with respect,
Honorable
Mr.
Tampuli.
Chairman. Thank you very much.
In this house, we play by the rules. Now, tell me, at vetting, in raising preliminary issue, and preliminary issues are not questions for the nominee to provide an answer. Then you bring the work of another committee entirely to vetting, describing it in all sorts of ways. Should this be permitted or it should not be permitted? So if we are all operating within the ambit of the rules, we will not have any problem. That is where the problem is coming from. The whole world is watching us. So I believe you agree with me that it is not proper, by way of preliminary issue, a work done by a committee should be brought at a vetting and be raised as a preliminary comment.
Mr. Speaker, with respect, I'm not sure the leader is re-litigating any issue.